In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys exactly how you can turn your e-commerce store into a sales generating machine. Hey, very quickly, if you are struggling ranking your website on Google, maybe you are an e-commerce store trying to get more sales, or potentially you might even be a local business trying to generate more leads for your company, check the link down below. I have helped businesses rank higher than the Google logo. Okay, that might have been a slight lie, but if you are looking to consistently grow your revenue month on month, check the link down below, fill in the form, see if my team can help you. Right, back to the video. So a few things about this video. I'm going to show you guys a few stats about the website, how much they've earned exactly, what we've done, and then later in the video, I'm going to show you exactly step by step the process that we took to grow this website. So here are some key stats about this website. They started the SEO campaign 12th of April 2023, and if we actually take a look here on the Ahrefs screenshot, as you can see 12 months ago they were nowhere to be seen, and as of yesterday they are ranking for over 45,000 keywords on Google. They're obviously an e-commerce store. They have been able to generate just over £200,000 in sales just from their SEO campaign. The SEO campaign has cost them £90,000, so £6,000 a month. Gross profit of 123,000, net profit of 46,000. Average order value in the last 28 days has been £600, but we are looking to actually improve that. For anybody that doesn't know what average order value means, it is the average of what somebody spends on your store. So obviously if you can improve the average order value, your SEO campaign, your Facebook campaigns, your PPC, any form of digital marketing or marketing in general that you're doing, it will be a lot more profitable. So if you can improve that figure from being £600 to £5,000 or £1,000, then everything is going to be a lot more profitable if you are doing any form of marketing. Stick around till the end of the video because I will actually be showing how you can increase your average order value on your e-commerce store. And some SEO stats, because it is probably beneficial for you guys to see that. They have got just over 500 products on the store live. We have categorized them into 60 different categories. And as for the blog posts, every single store that we actually do SEO for, we like to go after long tail keywords and easy to rank for keywords. So we have been able to publish 83 posts. Links built, we have built 84 backlinks in total. Some of them have been guest posts, some have been link inserts, and some have been PR. It just depends on how we were looking to scale out the SEO campaign for that specific month. And some key stats, last 28 days, 73 clicks. And as for the conversion rate of the website, we are converting at 2.3%, which is a little bit low. So in total, out of the 73 people that visit the website, 1.67 actually end up purchasing something from our store. One thing I don't want this video just to be is solely talking about SEO. I will also be showing you guys how you can increase your conversion rate optimization also. So one of the first things that we decided to do on this website is categorize all the products. One of the first things that we like to do is make certain that everything is, first of all, in a category. In some cases, a product can be in 4 or 5 or maybe even 10 different categories if it makes sense. So step number 1 is making certain that we are doing a little bit of keyword research and putting all the products into their own respective categories. So this is an example of how people typically set up categories on their e-commerce store. This is done for the engagement ring example, but if we take a look here, we have only set up 3 different categories. Now, this isn't a bad start, but what we would typically do if we were going to be ranking for engagement rings is something like this. And this is, some would say, a little bit overkill, but it works very, very well. It doesn't matter what you're trying to rank for. If you can categorize your products into as many categories like this, it will work out very well. So let's take a look here. We have got obviously shape. So we've got round, we have princess, oval, emerald, etc. We have got the size of the engagement ring, so the carat, 0.5, 1, 1.5, 2. We also have got the cut. We have the color as well, the clarity, the fluorescence, the certificate that comes with the actual diamond, because some people only buy GIA diamonds or some people only buy AGS diamonds. So we've actually categorized the diamonds into each of those certificates as well. Then you have got the polish, so you've got excellent, very good, good. You then have the symmetry as well. So as you can see, we have got a lot more categories, the exact same amount of products, but we've categorized it a lot more. So that's how we've set up the categories, and we've obviously done a little bit of keyword research to make certain that people are actually searching for round engagement rings or emerald shaped engagement rings. So we're essentially tying all of the products into categories that people are actually searching over on Google. So this is what the website would look like if you were setting up the categories. So this is an example website that I've just pulled up. They rank fairly well for engagement rings, but as you can see here, they have got round, princess, cushion, emerald, pear, all of the different categories. And if we actually click on to one of the diamonds, it will have a load of different diamonds that all fit into that category. So as you can see here, there is 1,195 different engagement rings that match the round category. So there's a lot of products that fit into what we are actually looking for. So once you have then published all of your categories, like what I mentioned before, it might be 5 categories, or it might be 55 categories, or it might even be 5,000 categories. It does depend on the sheer size of your website. What we then want to be doing is making certain that we are internally linking from one category to another if it makes sense, and also creating SEO optimized content for each and individual category pages. So this website does pretty well when it comes to SEO optimizing their content. They obviously have got their H1 right at the top, where it is the most important ranking factor. They've mentioned round engagement rings. They also do have a little bit of a snippet of text. But one thing that they also do as well is they actually have got a little bit of text underneath all of the products as well. And they obviously do have their internal linking as well, so internal links to other relevant pages. Now, if you are looking to write SEO optimized content, a few tools that I would recommend for that is MarketMuse and also Autoblogging. They both do very, very well when it comes to looking and analyzing at your competitors and basically rewriting their content for your purposes. So the next thing what we want to be focusing on is the actual products. The products are pretty important because some people actually end up searching for specific products, and if you aren't SEO optimizing your product pages, you can be losing out on a lot of searches every single month. So this is my SEO product checklist. Now this does differ from site to site, but these are the main 5 things that I like to focus on. SEO optimize your product images. So what I like to do is, prior to even uploading the product images, I like to rename the images. So for example, if I am uploading a image of a gold ring, I like to make certain that the file name that I'm uploading is gold ring. Some people just take a photo of the actual product and they will upload it. They won't even SEO optimize it. So it might be called something like DCIM4455.png or .jpeg, and it's just literally come straight from the DSLR and they've uploaded it through to their product page. Now, the bad thing about that is you don't end up actually ranking on Google Images. Now, something like this, for example, if we are trying to rank for engagement rings, a lot of people actually take inspiration from Google Images and Pinterest. Now, if you aren't actually SEO optimizing, first of all, your images, there's no chance that you're going to end up ranking in Google Images and Pinterest. So as we can see here, this website actually doesn't do a very good job of it, because if we take a look at the URL, it is called 0001.jpg. What I would be looking to name this is something like round engagement ring or round diamond engagement ring, something that just matches with the actual product name. So this diamond in particular is actually called hidden halo diamond engagement ring. So I would be looking to name the file name of this actual product something that matches the actual product name here. The next thing that we want to be taking a look at is unique product descriptions. Now, in some cases, stores perform very well without these. In some cases, you actually need these. I'll show you 2 examples of a store that performs well and also a store that performs well with a much larger product description. So as we can see here, the product description on this store isn't actually much. It's a couple sentences talking about the actual specifications of the product. It isn't massive sentences. But if we were to take a look at Argos, this is a bike that they sell. And the product description is way larger than just the average ring. So in both cases, there isn't actually a right or wrong. You just need to analyze what your competitors are doing and think of a strategy that works for your industry. In this case, I can't just specifically say go and write 300 words, because in some cases you might need to write way less, or in some cases you might even need to write a little bit more. The next thing what we're going to be taking a look at is unique product specifications, and this is super important for any website. In some cases, people actually like to read the specifications. If, say, you are selling a washing machine, they want to know if that washing machine will fit in their apartment or their house. So it is pretty important that you fill the product specifications out. So if we actually go back to our two examples here, as we can see here, they do have a very detailed product specification, and same goes with the actual Argos website as well. You can see that they have mentioned the size, the weight, etc. So for somebody that is looking to purchase a bike, they will know the exact height, they'll know the exact frame size, etc. And same goes with the actual engagement ring as well. So you've got the shoulder width, you've got the shank width, setting height. You just know everything prior to the product even being delivered to your address. So the next thing what we want to be taking a look at on the product pages is actually internally linking to other relevant products. Now there's two forms of internal linking that I specifically like to take a look at when it comes to product pages. This is number one. So what I like to take a look at is what other products can I internally link? So if we take a look at this vape store, for example, they actually do a fairly decent job of their internal linking. So as you can see here, they have been able to internally link to a category page. So this is a product page. They're selling the Pocket X pen kit. But if we actually take a look in their product description, they are actually internally linking back up to a category. So we can do category internal linking from products. You can also internally link using your breadcrumbs at the top. Most e-commerce stores should be doing that. It just creates a good UX and UI experience for people browsing your store. And if we take a look at Argos again, they do internally link back up through their breadcrumbs. So that is one form of internal linking that we can actually do. However, they don't internal link via their product description. That is one thing that they can definitely improve on. And same goes with these guys. They internally link via the breadcrumbs at the top. So if you are setting up a lot of different categories on your store, I highly recommend this section, the actual breadcrumbs. It does create a good UX, and also for SEO reasons and for crawlability reasons, it does help big time. Again, these guys don't internally link via their product description. That is a little bit of a missed opportunity there as well. The next thing that I want to take a look at, and this is more so for CRO reasons, is actually setting up people also looked at. And this helps for conversion rate optimization more so than actual SEO. So this website actually does a really good job of this. If we actually scroll down to the bottom of this page, you can see that you may also like. So there's other related products that look similar to the actual product that we are currently looking at in the actual range. Now, the reason why I am a massive advocate of this is, let's say, for example, if somebody was to search hidden halo diamond engagement rings and they were to click through to this page. So this is the first page of your website that they actually see. However, it might be out of stock. So the reason why we actually want this section on our website is we might be able to still convert that potential lead into an actual customer. So instead of that person bouncing off of this website, going back to Google and clicking on one of your competitors, they might actually end up clicking one of these products and actually end up purchasing this product instead. So that's the reason why I am a massive advocate of you may also like products. And that is one of the biggest things that I take a look at when it comes to conversion rate optimization on the product pages. So the next thing what we want to be taking a look at are blog articles. I typically like to publish blog articles every single month to client sites. I just feel like there are always new questions that people are asking, so you should be covering that if you want to become a topical authority in the space. Now, there are a few ways that we can actually generate blog articles. So method number one that I like to take a look at is I will search up the desired keyword that I want to rank for. So in this case, it would be by engagement rings, and I will take a look at the top 3 competitors. So for example, beaverbrooks.com or .co.uk. What I'll do is I would just copy that URL and head over to Ahrefs, obviously paste in your website, and then just fire in the actual domain and do that for at least 2 or 3 different competitors. So I'll also do it for diamondfactory.co.uk as well. If it does load, it is taking a little bit longer. And if we then just head over back to Ahrefs, paste that into position number 2. When you are doing this, make certain that you are doing it at domain level. Then if we go back, and we'll also do the same for hsamuel.co.uk, and paste that into position number 3 and click on show keywords. This can take a little bit of time depending on how big the actual competitors are. And as we can see here, we have got a variety of different blog articles. Now, what I would like to do is make certain that we are in the correct geo. So make certain that you are, if you're in the US, obviously set that to US. If you're in the UK, set that to UK. We have went to 44,000 keywords. And then what I want to do is set up a couple intersections. So if I was to do show targets of 3 and 2, that basically means that we are only looking at articles that at least 2 or 3 of our competitors have. Then what we want to do is in the include keyword, if we are going for blog articles, we probably want to include keywords such as how, what, why, and also cost, for example. Click on enter, and this will narrow down the 29,000 keywords to 588. So we've got how to measure ring size, what is a promise ring, how to measure ring size UK. Some of these you will need to group yourself. So how to measure ring size and how to measure ring size UK. That's probably going to be the exact same article. What I like to do, just a bonus step, is if I am ever uncertain of does this and this need to be separate articles or can it be one, is I would actually Google it. So for example, if we just Google how to measure ring size UK, and as we can see here, we have got Maya, Maggle London, Beaverbrooks, Johnson Jewelers, and then if we were to just remove the UK, as we can see, we have got a very similar subset. So one thing that I would recommend for this, it is a little bit of a manual task, but for example, Maya, Maggle, London, they were position 1 in the UK version of this keyword. They're in position number 3 for this. So it has just mixed up the keywords or the pages that are actually ranking for it, but very, very similar. So I would only create 1 blog article for those 2 sets of keywords. Then we've got how to clean earrings, what is eternity ring, how to know your ring size. Again, this would probably be how to measure ring size. That would probably be the exact same article, but let's just take a look. How to know your ring size. And as you can see, you've got Maya, Maggle, London with the exact same article. Same with Johnson Jewelers down here. Now, what I would say is if Maya, Maggle, London had 2 or 3 different separate pages for all those keywords that we searched for, and it was the same across 2 or 3 different competitors, I would be looking to create 2 different articles for those keywords. So just bear that in mind when you are doing keyword research. You might not want to create an individual article for every single one of these variations, because in some cases you might just need the 1 article. And as you can see, we have got a lot of articles that we should be looking to publish. Another added tip as well is you can actually export this list, drag it over to ChatGPT, and basically tell ChatGPT to group all the similar articles into 1 master article, and it will basically go from 588 keywords down to maybe, let's say, 250 keywords, because it will be grouping together how to measure ring size and how to measure ring size UK. So that is a little bit of an added tip there. So once we have done our competitor analysis, another keyword research strategy that I like to take a look at is the Google Alphabet Soup method. Some people also call it the people also ask as well. So all I have done here is I've just searched "are engagement rings" and then I've just hit on space. And then we have got a load of different articles here. So for example, "are engagement rings and wedding rings the same? Are engagement rings cheaper in Dubai? Are engagement rings cheaper in America?" You can be publishing articles on all of these. Now, one thing that I will say as well is if it pops up in this people also search, that means that people are actually searching for these keywords. So that is a prime article that you should be publishing through to your website. So for example, if I was to search "are engagement rings cheaper in Dubai," not much actual competition there at all. You've got Reddit obviously up here, but then you don't have that many websites that are specifically talking about "are engagement rings cheaper in Dubai?" So you can publish an article on that as well. So the last keyword strategy that I like to take a look at is using Google Bard. Obviously, Google Bard is Google's own proprietary AI, and it does do a very good job of giving you recommendations for blog articles. So this is the actual prompt that I have used. Can you recommend 10 SEO blog articles to do with engagement rings? Obviously, you can just swap this out for your desired keyword. And I've just said "for my ecom store." And it has come back with a list of pretty decent articles. The ultimate guide to choosing the perfect engagement ring, people would be searching for that. Top 10 engagement ring trends, how to determine your partner's ring size without them knowing, and engagement ring styles for every personality. So you can see that it has come back with a list of good recommendations. So that is another SEO keyword research strategy that you can follow for your e-commerce store. So the next thing what we want to be doing is link building. Now, link building can be very time consuming and you can end up wasting a lot of time and money doing it, especially if you don't know what you are looking at or what type of links you should be acquiring. But I'm hoping by the end of this video, you should know exactly what type of links you should be building to your e-commerce store. So if we go back to the laptop here, we actually have got Ahrefs open. So if we take a look at the link intersect section here, as you can see, what I have done is I've just put in casrajewels.com and I've just used 3 different competitors that are ranking for the keyword that we want to rank for, which is engagement rings. And I have set the intersect section to free, which basically means that we aren't just looking at every single backlink that they have. So for example, if I remove that filter and I take a look at all of their backlinks, first of all, Ahrefs crashes. But as you can see here, 8,995 backlinks. So you might be thinking, oh God, does that mean I need 9,000 backlinks? Or is there some spammy stuff in there? And 9 times out of 10, I can say that probably a lot of backlink profiles do have a lot of spam. So if we actually put the filter on free intersects, which basically means that every single website has the exact same link. So for example, every single one of our competitors has a link from MSN pointing through to them. They have a link from Yahoo pointing through to them. Crunchbase, PRWeb, BT, Express.co.uk. Now these would be the links that I want to be essentially reaching out to. So if we take a look at Glasgow Times, for example, I know that this is a PR campaign that they would have done. And what I would be doing in this case is either reaching out to some of the actual writers. So for example, Nicole Mitchell, I would be trying to find her email and essentially try to start pitching her some jewellery related stories. Or if I don't have the time, I would just look to hire a PR agency to do the actual link building for me. If you guys do need some help with PR, just drop a comment down below or make certain to fill the form in on my website and I can give you my PR contact. And that is how I would be analysing the links. Now, obviously they do have a load of high DR links, but what we can actually take a look at is some of the guest posts that they are doing as well, because in some cases people might not have budget for PR. So as we can see here, this is a guest post website. It is a DR34 and it is called The Diary of a Jeweler. Now, all three of these websites actually do have a link from there, which would tell me that this is probably a good website to get a link from, and it would actually push the needle. So what I would be taking a look, especially if you are a brand new website, is try and find some of these hyper relevant websites first. So for example, the diary of a jeweler.co.uk, that's obviously talking about jewelry. It's obviously niche relevant to what I am trying to rank for. You also have got myfashionlife.com. So there will be a lot of fashion blog websites that you can actually start doing outreach through to and trying to acquire links that way. So what my main goal here is trying to find as many links that my competitors have that I don't have, and I would be looking to do outreach. So for example, two of my competitors have a link from stylemotivation.com, and I would be reaching out to that website to essentially get a link placed on that site. So that has been the SEO section complete, but if you want to stick around and learn a little bit more on conversion rate optimization and actually figure out how you can maximize the amount of people that are actually buying from you and not just maximizing the amount of clicks, because I feel like this is probably the most important part to the video, is actually getting people to order from you. So if we take a look here, we have got 5 different tips that I have actually done split testing on a variety of different websites. So have prices in red, don't show a percent. Now, what I mean by that is if we take a look here, if we go back to this page, now these guys actually have 20% off, but what you should actually be doing is having the actual previous price listed. So what I mean by that is, in some cases, some stores say 5% off, and 5% off might not actually look like that much, but if it's a £5,000 product, it actually is quite a little bit, 5% off. So what I recommend to e-commerce stores is, instead of just having 20% off, because a lot of people, they don't like to do the maths behind that, is actually in big red text, mention that the previous price was, let's say, £450, now it is £359, because very quickly they'll see, I'm actually saving almost £90 or £100. These guys actually do an okay job of it in some cases, but it is a little bit messy. I would look to actually clean this up. If we take a look at these guys, if we take a look at one of their rings, as you can see, this ring used to be £1,041 and now it is £885, and they have got spring sale price. So it just stands out a little bit more, and people can obviously see they are getting a little bit of a discount, and it just makes a little bit more sense. Now this might be 20% off. However, just nobody wants to do the maths. Nobody is actually Rain Man. So that's a conversion rate optimization tip number 1. So another thing that I like to do is collect emails. 2 reasons why I actually like to collect emails. So 2 reasons why you should be collecting emails on your e-commerce store. So reason number 1 is, obviously you can send out frequent emails saying, hey, there is a sale, it is our October sale or it is our spring sale, etc. Reason number 2 is you can also retarget them on Facebook. Now, when it comes to retargeting, one thing you need to understand is that not everybody will be willing to purchase your product or your service as soon as they land on your website. So, for example, that person that has just visited your website for your engagement ring, let's say, they might be on their lunch break at work, and they might have just had 5 minutes to just quickly search up engagement rings. And by the time they've finished work, they might actually end up forgetting about your brand. Now, the best way that you can actually retarget or remarket to that customer is, first of all, by email, and second of all, by showing up on Facebook or Instagram. And that is the actual beauty of remarketing ads. So you can very quickly be seen to that customer that actually had pretty high intent. So one thing you need to bear in mind is every single website has got a conversion rate. So let's say you are converting 3%. Every 100 people, only 3 people purchase your product or your service. The other 97 will never purchase your product or your service. Now, the best way that you can actually get those 97 people to purchase your product is by setting up retargeting ads on Facebook. So strategy number 3 that I like to use when I am looking to improve conversion rates on a store is actually having a live chat. You would be amazed the amount of people that actually have questions. about the products or about returns prior to them actually purchasing the product. So very quickly you can set up a live chat and it can go through to one of your sales staff and they can go back and forth with potential customers. Strategy number 4 that I like to use when it comes to improving conversion rate optimization is using a monthly payment plan. So in the UK we have got Klarna, and typically we have seen an improvement in CRO when people actually are selling products more than £150. And in the US, it's probably about $200, but people might not actually have the money to purchase your product. But if you actually give them a monthly installment plan, they will be more likely to actually purchase your product. And strategy number 5 that I like to use when it comes to improving conversion rate optimization is integrating Apple Pay or Android Pay on our e-commerce stores. And we have seen a significant improvement when it comes to converting people into actually purchasing products. So now what we want to be focusing on is the average order value. And this is personally one of my favorite things to focus on when it comes to e-commerce stores, because this can make or break any digital marketing campaign. So here's 4 things that I like to take a look at when it comes to average order values and increasing average order values. Number 1 is you can sell premium delivery. So for example, you might have a free delivery, or you can have next day delivery for X amount. You can also sell insurance as well. So a lot of tech e-commerce stores sell insurance or warranty on all of their products. And again, you can charge a premium for that. In this case, what we decided to do is we actually sold a premium box because we were selling jewellery, and a lot of people did actually sign up to that premium box, and that was at £40 for the premium box. And strategy number 4, and this is what I like to call the Amazon strategy, and that is cart value. So if we go back to the laptop here, as you can see, I've just searched for camera, and as you can see, we have got a frequently bought together. So we have just looked at the camera, but they are also trying to upsell us a battery pack and also screen protectors. And that is increasing our average order value from £2,300 up to £2,371. Now, they do a really good job of this. If we actually take a look at a few other cameras as well. So again, this base level camera is £299, so £300, but they have got frequently bought together and they're trying to upsell us to SSD cards as well. So that's been a few different strategies on how to increase your average order value. Personally speaking, I think that that is by far the most important section to this entire video, because that can make or break any digital marketing campaign. So that's been my SEO e-commerce case study. We actually have dabbled in on a little few extra added bonuses. And if you want to work with my team, make sure to check out categorisation.com or the link in the description and fill in the form. Thanks.